What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to bring you my initial review, first impressions of the Lenovo. This is the X1 Yoga Gen 6. I've had it for about 72 hours now, so I wanted to get a quick review of it up, mainly because right now is a pretty good time to buy a laptop. It's the holidays. So this is a 14-inch tablet or Yoga 2-in-1 laptop. It's a fairly thin and light machine. Compared to what I'm used to from ThinkPads in the past. It is a complete redesign from Gen 5, so this is all aluminum, machined aluminum now. Previously they usually had like a black finish over the top of it to kind of give it a little bit of texture, a little bit of grip. It made it look a little dated. The first thing my wife said is just how more premium this looks. So build quality is top notch. All ThinkPads, at least I think, are right up there with them, with all the Apple Macbooks when it comes to build quality. So you really get top-notch build with this. It's a business class laptop. So pricing, I bought, this is the base model. It has 8 GB of memory, of Intel 11th Gen i5, 4 cores. I don't know the model number because it doesn't really matter. 256 GB NVMe SSD, Intel Wi-Fi card, Bluetooth, all that jazz. No SD card slot, so when it comes to connectivity, you have 2 USB-Cs, 2 USB-As, HDMI, headphone jack, and a Kensington lock, so you are missing the SD card, which is probably the only downfall when I think of connectivity. It charges through USB-C, which is nice, because some of the more, like the 15-inch ThinkPads have their own proprietary charger, so I do like that it has USB-C. So that's really good for their connectivity. So when it comes to the actual feel of the laptop, when you're talking about the mouse, keyboard, all that, the keyboard is still one of the better keyboards out there. The only negative is that I don't think it's quite as nice as I previously had a Lenovo P1, which is one of their 15-inch workstation laptops, and I've had the Lenovo, the Yoga X, the Gen 3 model. I think the keyboards are a little bit backwards when it comes to just the quality of them. They're still way better than almost about every other keyboard out there. It's going to be similar to like the new 14-inch MacBook Pros, the Dell, the XPS 13, 15, all that. So it's a good keyboard. The trackpad is a little small, but it does feel way better than what the ThinkPad trackpads used to be in the past. It's not the largest one out there, but it works really well. You have the Microsoft Precision Touch, which is a good feature. You got the power is now at the top of the laptop, and it does have the fingerprint reader in there. This one also has an IR scanner, so you can use Windows Hello. So basically, when you open the laptop up, point at your face, it will unlock. And it's pretty good from what I found. I found that it unlocks pretty good in most lighting situations, even in poor lighting. The webcam on the front is garbage. I don't think it's very good, but I never use the webcam on the front, so I don't really care about that. But the webcam on the front isn't very good. You have this little privacy guard here too, so you can cover up the front webcam if you want to do that. So you do have that. But the overall look at the laptop is really nice. I really like how it looks. The hinges are nice and strong, so it will fold up into a tablet. It's a little big for a laptop, a little thick. But overall, you do have that option, or you can put it in a tent form if you want to lay it down like a tent like that, which is good. The hinges feel sturdy. They feel like they will hold up. I've had a Yoga in the past, and I had it for years, and it did perfectly fine. Let's see what else. Speakers. You do have speakers that are front firing now, so previously they used to be at the bottom and fire down, but now they fire at you. The speakers are an upgrade to older ThinkPads. They are not the same as the MacBook Air, MacBook Pro equivalent machines. Apple just really knocks the speakers out of the park. They have the best speakers out there, but speakers on this are pretty good compared to most other laptops out there for a small, thin and light Yoga machine. It does have a touchscreen, so the touchscreen is a feature that I really like that I didn't think that I would care for or miss with when I have my 14-inch MacBook, but I do really like it. You don't use it all that often, but when you use it, it's really handy. And if you want to use it as a laptop or a tablet, you have that option. There is an actual pen in here. The pen is not the greatest of pens out there. What is this? Pen is, if I can get to focus on that, it's definitely probably not going to. The pen is not the greatest out there. It's a little bit small, but Lenovo does make a pen upgrade, so you can get one of the nicer pens if you want to pay. I think they're $100, $150. They're not cheap. But they'll probably be more like the Apple Pencil 2, where they have a little bit more bulk to them, and they just have a little bit more feedback. Mine is currently running Windows 11, which it gave me that option when I booted it up if I wanted to do Windows 10 or Windows 11. So that's good. Getting it set up was pretty easy. When it comes to the actual fans, noise, it does get a little warm, especially when I was doing Windows Update. It did get a little warm, and the fans did crank up a pretty bit, but most of the time when I use this, the fans are off. They're silent, you don't even notice they're on. It does get a little warm at times compared to like the 14-inch MacBook Pro never got warm. You never heard the fans. This is it's a Windows machine, so you're going to have a little bit of fan noise, and it does get a little toasty from time to time on the bottom, but not anything that I would say is out of the norm for a laptop. So power, it does good with Lightroom. It's not the greatest for video editing, especially if you're using like C-Log, which I shoot most of my stuff in. It doesn't do great with that, but overall performance has been pretty good for if this is your only laptop, you may want to try to get maybe a little bit beefier one, but I have a desktop behind me that has a pretty beefy Intel, I think it's got a 10 core in it. I don't remember, 10850K, which I think is their 10 core Tension processor, so I didn't need a beefy laptop, so this one actually did really well, worked for me. Battery, or let's talk about screen first. So screen 1920 by 1200, I think it's 400 nits. It is plenty bright. It's probably one of the better screens out there, at least if you ask me. Let's see. So this is max brightness. I would never use it at this. Generally I use it probably at 150 nits. I use it on pretty low brightness just because it's a pretty bright display. I like the aspect ratio at 1920 by 1200. It seems to be a fairly color accurate display. Probably not the most color accurate out there, but for $900 and some, I think it's a really good display. They do have a 4K option, I believe, or a Quad HD option, and they have the privacy guard one also. I would go with the base screen. It's good enough. I don't think you need anything over 1920 by 1200 for a screen. So the screen's really good. I was really surprised at how good it actually was for a ThinkPad. Lenovo's came a long way with their screens. It is glossy, which is kind of a pain, but it cleans pretty well. It makes the touch interface a little bit more satisfying than I think some of the matte screens out there, which have a little bit of rough texture to them. So it's probably not the best for outdoor use, but I think the privacy guard one is a matte screen, so you do have that option. Battery life is hard for me to judge right now, but I feel like 8 to 10 hours is probably about what I'm going to get, maybe 7 if I'm depending on what I'm doing. Most reviews said it gets between 11 and 12. I don't think I could get that out of it, but we'll see. Battery life tends to take a little bit before it starts getting settled in. It kind of figures out what you're doing and goes from there. And there's a ton of different settings you can do between the Lenovo Advantage and just the Windows in general settings. So I would say you could at least get 8 hours of this. You can get through a whole day without any issue. And you got USB-C charging, so you can charge it with probably just about anything out there. So who this may be for, who may not be for, I think if you're not doing anything power hungry, I think this is a great option. This is not what I would want to do all my video editing on. Even if I was just doing 4K footage, you could do it, but I really think if you want to do it efficiently, I think a desktop is the way to go. It's just way quicker, and you get bigger screens, which is, I think, key when it comes to video editing. Any student, I think this would be a great option. You can get these refurbished through Lenovo's outlet for between $600 and $1,000 depending on what gen you get, and I think that's a steal. Be a good laptop for a student. And the Lenovo's ThinkPad line customer support is pretty good. It's not Apple good, but it is a lot better than some of the other options out there. Dell, HP, I've dealt with their support many times and never had an issue. There's tons of warranty options also. You can get on-site, you can get depot, you can get accidental, and they're all pretty reasonably priced from what I found. So now let's talk about accessibility. And so you just have 4 Phillips screws to take off here, and you can get to most of the components on the inside. The negative is there's not much you can do with them. So you can change the battery if you would like. There's just screws and take it out, so you could replace the battery very easily. So that would be something anybody could do. You can change the SSD in here, but you cannot upgrade the RAM. The RAM is now soldered to the board. So make sure you have enough RAM. I really would have liked the 16 gigabyte model, but that one was like $150, $200 more, and it wasn't shipping for 2 months. So I went with 8 gigabytes, and I will just deal with it. It's fine for photo editing. It's video editing where it kind of struggles a little bit, uses all that RAM. But besides that, you can get into it pretty easily. It does have a new 2-fan design now, where previously it had more of 1-fan design, so it does cool it pretty good from here. And you can get in and easily clean those fans out. You could take them off, reapply the thermal paste if you wanted. So I do like that you can get into this machine easily. It's just not as upgradable as they used to be in the past, where you could basically upgrade everything except for the CPU. So the RAM, just make sure you get enough of that. I have 16 gigabytes in my desktop, getting ready to upgrade to 32. So I will have one system that has a decent amount in it. So that's it. Pretty happy with it so far. You can get these, just make sure, don't pay over $1,100 for it. They go on sale often. It's $1049 right now, and it comes with what looks like some Bose Sports True wireless headphones. They're refurbished, but I think that's a pretty good deal. But usually it's $10.99 is what it generally runs. Or if you check with your work, a lot of workplaces get discounts through Lenovo, so we do. So you get a little bit off there. But they have all kinds of different options to choose from, depending on how much you want to spend. So that's it. If you have any comments, questions, leave them below. I'll get a more long-term review of this up later on. This was just a more quick, random, my general thoughts from having it for 3 days. But it's $1,000 less than the MacBook 14-inch, and it will do. It's not as nice of a machine or as performance snappy, but it will do what I need it to do. And I really like ThinkPads. I like that I could use it as a tablet, which I probably won't do, but I do have that option. Ooh, one more thing. So the charger is pretty small, so it's pretty compact. I believe it's 65 watts. So you have a 65 watt charger. It charges fast enough. I don't need fast charging because I think that's actually not very good for your battery. It gets hot, and batteries don't like getting hot. It degrades them over time. So that's it. Have a good rest of the day, weekend, whatever's out there. Holiday, this probably won't upload till close to Christmas. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.